Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's council meeting. Would you please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order and open roll call.
Goodell.
Here.
Slater.
Here.
Scholl.
Here.
Rusher.
Here.
Davis.
Here. Now we need a motion to approve the agenda as printed.
Move approved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We need a motion to approve the minutes of the December 7th, 2015 regular council meeting.
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Under communications, anything from the public in attendance this evening? I have one item that I've had, in the past month, I've had two different people have called me to ask about possibly purchasing the property that borders Roger Cleve to the east, and where Nick Johnson lives would be on his south side anyway. So both asked if there would be, at some point, possibly some consideration. I know we've got an easement through there that we, of course, have to stay.
From Rogers down to the river?
Yeah, down the river, that property that.
Where we used
is
to have an
farmed.
old dump there, used to
Yeah,
have a
that's
bird
the old
pile
dump,
in
you're
there one
correct.
time.
Yep, now they farm, I think, Coleman's, I think, farm that stuff now anyway.
Yeah.
But I've had two different parties have approached about saying if they would be interested, they would both be interested in buying it anyway and stuff, so I said I would at least bring it to council and.
For what
put on
purpose?
future. Both of them own the property, you know, adjacent to it, would like to control that
Okay.
property and stuff, and, you know, use it, one wanted to use it more for a parking area and for their own, because they're limited on their space, and the other one would like to expand the space that they've got and stuff, so. So it's, I said I would bring it up and something for consideration at some point, at least put it, you know, in everybody's minds and stuff anyway, so. People Service Monthly Report. Clint?
Good evening. Start off at the water plant. I think we're getting things pretty well tied up. For the most part, we're getting a few of the small stuff cleared. Fox Engineering was up on two different occasions, going over some punch list stuff. And then we had our DNR came back and did their yearly survey. They want us to, and I think, yeah, it's here in the report, they want us to start doing a couple tests on our or on the raw water for ammonia. Now, I don't know what, obviously they've got a reason, but it should be getting the report, should be coming to City Hall here before long. So we said, of course, we'll do it. And they also wanted us to add 2 sampling ports. See, there's 2 contact for the chlorine contact time. There's a spring side and the well side, and there's a pipe where they can both be run so the water goes back and forth. They want us to isolate both of them and sample the chlorine contact time, what the chlorine residual is in each side. For whatever reason, called Lance about it. He was a little wound up about it just a little bit, so he's been in contact with the Des Moines office and says, look, you know, he said, I told, you know, we went over this thing, and what that will do is kind of, we'd have to change operations a little bit, and it's gonna be really hard to do what they wanna do. I think they're thinking one thing, but they're not looking at it from an operational standpoint, so it's in Fox's hands right now, and I haven't heard anything more or less, but they're kind of changing the rules a little bit, and it's a real gray area. It's really not in the rules, so, but yet they can do it because they can, I guess. So we're waiting to see on that and see how it affects our operations on that. So, other words, we did get out.
What's our reasoning on that, Clint?
They never really said. They're
They're making
sure the
everybody-
chlorine contact time, which we already do it like they wanted us to, and we're getting our chlorine really good, but now they want us to do even more to get more numbers just to make sure it's safe. But I mean, we're already doing it.
Is it because we're in the floodplain, or?
No. I think part of it is in Region 2, we're in Region 2, and this is their first under the influence plant in the region, and they're being real, I mean, just they're really watching their I's and T's, dotting their I's and crossing
Yeah.
their T's, and they're really being real careful. But this other thing with doing more sampling ports, I don't know. They never really said, so, but hopefully maybe in the report that comes out here before too long, we'll find out
Huh.
their reasoning. But it could cause kind of an operational little nightmare if they want us to do it like that, so. But the engineer's saying, no, look, this is the way it is, this is, you designed it and you approved it, so this is the way we're gonna do it. But, so he's wrangling with them a little bit
Yeah.
down there.
Well, do we test for ammonia now?
We just started a week ago, I think. We never have before.
So it's
It's
something
not in
new.
our permit. This is just something again, they're just, I don't know, it's just.
Did Lance have an opinion about that too?
Yeah, he had a little opinion about that too, and he's gonna check into that too and see what it is. I know other places are doing it. I've heard there, even ones that aren't under the influence, just with regular wells, they're having some other places do it too, so.
Is that just when we send for sampling and stuff, they'll just take a different test?
It'd just be a
Sampling
different
stuff?
test, yeah. Yep, it'll just be more on top of the testing we
And
already.
if he,
Another fee, yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
I'm sure, I mean, from what it sounds like, the engineer's pushing back because it's not your permit, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what they need to be doing in
Yep.
this instance.
Yep, and he is, like I says, because he says, it's not even in the rule, part of this stuff is from the sampling ports, or the other sampling we're doing, so. We'll see what Lance has, see what they have to say about that. Got out exercise some valves in this nice weather we've had, so that was kinda nice. Wastewater plant, we got our new pump in down at the May Street lift station, the one that died, so that's up and running. We had another pump out at the wastewater plant, a small one I had to send in to get rebuilt, so it's still original equipment, and some of that stuff's, it's just starting to wear out, after time, so. But let's see, that's about it so far. Oh, we had our little rain incident the other day, we had to put out a couple pumps, we did bypass for about 3 hours, so we did get a really good slug of that rain hit, and
Do we have any problems, Clint, anywhere?
no calls, I just
Okay.
told the guy, let's get them out before we headed off, so we had our, out at the main lift station, the power must have went out at some point in the night, and then it, generator kicked on and everything kicked on, but they had to go in and reset some stuff, so. Yeah, but I said, let's just get these out and, just to be on the safe side, so.
All right.
Good call.
So,
Yeah.
made it through the bunch, not used to this in December, but.
Right.
It's a little different, so.
the digester lid out at the,
Yep. They
How's
got that's on, and I think it is.
operating okay, and
Yeah, I talked to David the other, last week, they just gotta get the electrician out, the sensor that, the level indicator, tells what the level is, I think that needs to have the wiring checked, or stuck on like 19 feet, so. But David said he was gonna get hold of the contractor and get him out there, but I think that's pretty well done, for the most part, isn't it?
Yeah, it counts, yep.
Yep, pretty close, so, but no, everything's working on that good, so. Good, okay, thank you.
Good, Clint.
Yep.
Next, Municipal Leadership Academy, Gloria, I think you went over that. so,
That was
okay.
just informational.
Yep. Alrighty. First up for public hearing. This being the time and place for the scheduled public hearing on the proposal to enter into a purchase, sale, and development agreement with Birdie and Son Ltd., which agreement includes the potential sale of the city's interest in real property. I will open the public hearing at 5:39 PM. Bill, you wanna run over?
Sure.
Review
The development agreement conveys the undeveloped Christie Circle next to Eagle Ridge Drive to the developer. What it essentially is doing is saying they're gonna purchase it for $20,000, and part of the development agreement is they have to develop 2 lots there. So 2 homes, the value of approximately $500,000. They must get these 2 homes developed by July 1st, 2021. I think that's easily doable. We're only talking a couple of homes here. Once that you meet those minimum construction improvements, by that time frame, the city will rebate the developer $15,000. And that's essentially what the agreement is.
the $500,000 bill, that's the assessed value of the two homes, is that what?
Correct,
Okay,
yes.
And if they don't develop the lots, the city.
If they do not develop the
property
lots, the
comes back to
city, it comes back to the city, yes.
Yep.
That if it does get developed, the city rebates the developer 15,000.
at the end of the 2-year time.
Once the city will not provide the rebate until all minimum requirements are met.
Okay.
Are there any comments from the council? Are there any written comments or objections on file?
No, they're not.
Do we have any comments or objections from the general public in attendance this evening? There being no more comments or objections on the proposal to enter a purchase, sale, and development agreement with Birdie and Son Limited, which agreement includes a potential sale of the city's interest in real estate, I will close the public hearing at 5:41 PM. Under new business, we need a motion to approve the renewal of a Class C liquor license and Sunday sales privilege for Rogers Church doing business as Sundance Lanes. Is it in order, Gloria?
Yes, it is.
So moved.
First and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Next, we need a motion to approve the renewal of a Class C liquor license and Sunday sales privilege for JOD Incorporated doing businesses El Valle Grocery, El Valle Grill.
That's pending dram shop insurance, so I won't go in and approve it till they furnish that certification.
Move to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Next, we need a motion to approve a 5-day Class C liquor license for the Humboldt County Memorial Hospital Foundation for its Founders Night event on January 16th, 2016 at the Humboldt County Fairgrounds. Effective dates of license are January 14th through 19th, 2016.
Move to approve.
Second.
Everything's in order, is it?
Yes.
Gloria? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. And we need a motion to set 5:30 PM on Monday, January 4th, 2016 as a time and date to hold a public hearing for the purpose of entering into a real estate lease for the following described real estate. A structure resting on portions of the lots 10 and 11 in Block 24, original town of Humboldt, Iowa, consisting of a wood frame construction and colloquially known within the city of Humboldt as the Beck Building.
We discovered our lease with the Beck building expired a couple years ago, so we're gonna renew it. Yeah, Christmas land, yes. So we
Well,
thought we
remember
better
that.
Yeah.
get that back on. So,
Move to
we just
approve.
have to have a public hearing to approve it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. And discuss the vacation of a utility easement in the Northwest Industrial Park.
Okay, this came up because Sand Construction's working with Hog Slat right now on getting a new warehouse manufacturing facility built, about 106,000 square feet. I'm gonna pull up the map and send your packet, but let me find it here. It's close.
Towards the end.
And it's kind of right after this, I think.
Right after.
So really, what we ended up doing is after they applied for a permit, we realized there was a utility easement that's running in between lots 1 and 4, and this is looking north this way to the right, guys. So this little hash line is where this easement is right now. This is where your sewer main is, that runs between lots 4 and 5. That's what you need to serve the property. Up here, you're getting into the cemetery. The reason that that easement was there was you didn't know how it was gonna necessarily be developed. What's gonna end up happening is lots 4 and 5, the building is gonna be situated on those, and you wanna make sure, Hog Slat should have a surety that that easement has been vacated. So it really is obsolete at this point. So what I've got going on right now is ISG is working with the city attorney to get that easement properly vacated. It is not needed, and we just wanna make sure that we do that. Any questions?
Are they gonna be building on that sewer line?
No, this is always going, that serves the entire industrial park, and there is 15 feet on both sides of that line of what the easement is. Right now, this is right on the property line, and there's 15 feet on both sides, and the building is pretty much gonna be over those 2 lots.
Okay.
So that easement is definitely not needed. You're already serving these 2 lots, you've got sewer right in
Right
the middle, and you've got water that's actually coming up from both ends here. So I recommend that the council approve us to move forward, working with the attorney to get the easement vacated.
So which easement are we vacating?
Right here, John.
Okay, gotcha.
That hash line, I
Lot
just drew it in.
Lot 1 and 4.
You
Yeah,
got it.
between
It's,
one and
yep,
four.
right there in between the lots.
Right.
Move approved.
Yep, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yep.
Thank you.
On the resolutions, we need a motion to approve the following proposed resolution number 2015-118. A resolution making a final determination on the potential sale of interest in real estate property and approving and authorizing execution of a purchase, sale, and development agreement by and between the City of Humboldt and Verde and Son Limited.
Move to approve. Second.
Roll call vote.
Goodell,
Aye.
Slater,
Aye.
Scholl,
Aye.
Rusher,
Aye.
Davis.
On our ordinances, we need a motion to approve the first reading of the following proposed ordinance. An ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Humboldt, Iowa by amending Chapter 10 pertaining to the urban revitalization area for residential tax abatement purposes in the City of Humboldt, Iowa.
So all this is really doing is adding the additional parcels into that urban renewal area.
Chrissy Circle or whatever it is up there? Is
Yes, yep.
that- Move approved.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Slater,
Aye.
Scholl,
Aye.
Rusher,
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Goodell.
Aye.
And is there interest in a motion to waive the second and third readings of the aforementioned ordinance?
This sort of needs to be done by the end of the year so they can get
So
their tax.
we strongly recommend.
Who
Second.
was the motion?
Joel
Joel.
did.
Second.
And we need a roll call vote on that.
Scholl,
Aye.
Rusher,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Goodell,
Aye.
Slater.
Aye.
And we need a motion to approve the final reading of the aforementioned ordinance and direct the city clerk to publish the ordinance as ordinance number 2015-11.
Move approved.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Rusher,
Aye.
Davis,
Aye.
Goodell,
Aye.
Slater,
Aye.
Scholl.
Aye.
That's our last of our regular scheduled items. Bill, anything?
Yeah, I put it in the memo in your packet, and I just wanted to update you guys. The Sumner Avenue Sidewalk Improvement Project, we were in punch list warranty items at this point in time, and we're really trying to get it wrapped up. Hovey Construction hasn't been exactly responsive to the whole thing. We've had probably 3 phone calls from North Central Turf into City Hall saying, hey, I would really like to get paid for what we're doing. I talked to ISG, Nick and David both, and I said the turf looks like it's fairly well established, which it is. And I said, we should at least process a pay request to try to get the subcontractor paid. They agreed. The reason that we were kind of holding back a little bit on it was we were hopeful that Hovey would be able to knock out the rest of the punch list items. We can do it when one final pay request can be done. So where it stands right now, last week we did send out pay request 5 for Hovey to sign. They have to sign